how to replace inner tube. The tools will need some tie levers, a screwdriver or small Allen key, and a bicycle pump. It's a good idea to have a gloves because the wheels are most of the time a little bit dirty. We start with removing the top cap and secure nut from the valve. And if there's any pressure remaining in the wheel, we depress the tip of the valve like this. There's no too much pressure in the wheel to make removing the tie easier. Okay. So then we'll need some tie levers, and we can start anywhere really, not directly on the valve, but anywhere near is just fine. So we can choose the location, hook the tie lever behind the tie bead like this, and then once it's done, then we just work the way around like this. Then there's two options of removing the tire. So we can remove the tire and tubes at the same time, like will be like this, and remove the valve. And then also another way would basically remove just the tube, and that's my preferred way. Let's right to it. Now the tube is removed, and then obviously if the wheel has been punctured, there is a reason behind it. So with some cloth maybe, or if you have gloves, you go inside the tire and you can go with feel if you feel anything. Sometimes and if you don't find anything, then great, you can insert a new tube. If you have a new tube, you'll inflate it a little bit into this kind of shape, and then you go ahead and starting ideally by the valve, you put the inner tube back in. If you struggle to fit the tube in, you can release a little bit of air, and if still, then remove whole tire and insert the tube inside. You start by the valve, making sure the tube is not trapped anywhere, and the tire, it's in the tire bit, it's in the center of the rim. This final bit, sometimes like some wheels, you have small tolerances, and you might have to use the lever, so you would go very carefully and making sure you're not pinch the inner tube. So making sure you're just grabbing the tire bit like this. Once this is done, we check if there's no inner tube trapped somewhere under the bead. We can go ahead and inflate the tire. Okay, on the tire you normally have recommended pressure, so it's gonna be written somewhere on the side wall. This one says 35 up to 65 psi. You also find what the size it is. So if you are looking for new inner tube, you look on the side wall of the tire. This one says 35 up to 65 psi. So that's what I'm looking for when I'll be buying new inner tube.